Hey there friends, this is Muffinsaurs here. Welcome back to my channel. So I got here the PENTEL Brush Sign Pen, and these are the new colors and there are 12 of them. Thank you PENTEL for sending them over to me. The colors are really pretty. There's a lot of pastels I see. So let's swatch them and see what they look like. Here goes. So this color is blue black. It has a metallic looking cover. There's a bit of shine to it, but I don't think it's really glittery. And this is what blue black looks like. It's more towards a blue, I think best for shadows. And this is pale brown, and we have here pink purple and pale pink. This is grey blue, and we have light green and olive green, my favorite, and burgundy, and this is blue violet and pale blue, light grey, turquoise green. That doesn't really look very turquoise to me. I was hoping for more pastel turquoise, but this is what the 12 swatches look like. So whenever you hear people talk about brush sign pen, you will think of calligraphy, but I suck at calligraphy, so I'm going to try something different and do an illustration. And it actually took me a while to think of what am I going to draw. I need to make use of all 12 pens into one illustration, and it isn't a very easy task. After thinking for a while, I decided that I'm going to draw a tree dragon. So this dragon is actually based on a book called Island in the Caldera, written by Xueling, a local Singaporean writer. She is also a journalist, and she wrote a children's book, which I'll have the link below in my description of this YouTube video. And the tree dragon is a mythical creature that is made from tree bark. And based on the story, I actually illustrated the book for her, and it was published a few years back, and you can still find them in books actually. I leave the link in the description below so you can find out more. And did I mention it's a children's book again? Yeah. So anyway, this tree dragon is made out of tree bark, and it camouflages itself perfectly in the forest, away from predator. Not like there's any predator that actually hunts dragon, right? But I feel that perhaps the biggest predator for these mythical creatures are actually humans, and that's how I envision it. And in this illustration, I thought of giving it a story of a tree dragon who is taking a drink in the river. It's a part of the river, and he happened to meet a sea dragon. The tip of the brush sign pen is really fine, and I was afraid of using too much of it because I got no idea how much ink is inside and whether it will like suddenly run out of ink halfway if I were to use it much. Because it's so fine, I can't color and cover a wide area, so I decided to use line works to add colors. So instead of coloring like and covering all the white color area, I'm using line works to cover it. And now I'm using olive green, my favorite color. It's so natural. I'm using it for the leaves on the tree dragon. So this tree dragon, other than a hide made of bark, it has leaves and nature sprouting out from it. So it can't really fly, but it can actually climb trees, camouflage itself against trees, and yeah, so it hangs out along trees. And I'm using the light green to fill up the leaves and also add some colors on the dragon's body, because I'm guessing this dragon is really ancient and old, and it has moss all over it. It has yeah, the better it is to camouflage. And yeah, if you're wondering, I actually drew this illustration without much plan other than the tree dragon, and I just make use of what color I have and start adding on to the paper. Okay, I start adding more stuff to the paper. So now I'm taking the pale brown again to add more line works as shadows. So I'm adding more colors here for the dragon. It looks very pale and light and very unfinished at this point. I decided to use the turquoise green to add some grass for the landscaping, and to frame up the artwork I'm going to add another tree here. Yeah, maybe I should do a tutorial on how to draw trees. What do you guys think? Could be interesting, right? And I'm using olive green again to add more bushes and grass. You can actually do upward strokes to draw long grasses that have some bushes, and add more trees to frame the picture. Don't worry if you can't frame pictures, like if you're a beginner. It actually takes practice and how you see things. You need a sense of design for this that can be easily learned actually. So now I'm using light green again to color the trees. So I wanted to make it like it's a forest, right? So apparently we are deep in the forest, so I'm going to add more tree trunks at the background. And because it's so deep, it's dark also, so I'm going to add more. I'm using turquoise green now to add depth. This is what it looks like. So I'm starting to pop already, but no, not really there yet. So I don't have a black, so I'm using blue black to add shadows and to define it. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna add the eyes, and some areas I have to color darker. If you know how to look at light and shadows, you can actually make your artwork pop. Yeah, it's like years of experience though. Although I don't think my work is perfect, but it really takes a lot of experience to see light and shadows, and how to plan and do your landscaping and framing. And decided to add more shadows into the background, to the rocks. These are rocky shores of the river. Actually, I'm not sure if it's a pond or river, but I think it's more of a river. And more depth to the trees, to the wings, legs, and I'll add some shadows to the tree dragon because it's looking down in the river. Some for the water dragon too. And then I decided to do line works for the grass. And we are almost done. Now I'm adding more brown to the tree dragon to give it more color so that it would pop more. I'm touching up. I decided to give the water dragon a little bit more color, and this is where I used the pale pink. It's like skills. And this is an artwork that uses all 12 of the new PENTEL Brush Sign Pen. If you are looking for the PENTEL Brush Sign Pen in Singapore, you can find it in Overjoyed bookstore. I'll have the link in the description below. You can also find it in Popular, I guess, but I'm not sure whether they have stock. And due to the COVID issues now, you can actually order from Overjoyed online store and they'll have it delivered to you. And yeah, my camera actually ran out of battery while filming halfway, so towards the end, this is the final piece. This is what it looks like. I used Burgundy to add like roses and flowers, a bit of flora to the riverbank, so you can see at the sides. So I hope you enjoy this video and the PENTEL Brush Sign Pen. So it's not just for calligraphy, you can use it for illustration too. And I hope you enjoy this video, and see you again the next time. Bye!